though. Looking in the GTO division, we're still dealing with quite a lot of fighting going on here. Back in the 19th and 20th position overall, or actually 18th and 19th, Andrew Brown and Casey Seymour, they're working their way through. As it's to say the least, Rachel, we've had a bit more contact than we would normally expect, even if this is Road Atlanta.
Certainly is, Cam, and I think a lot of it's really been accidental or situational, really, more than malicious contact, of course. Not really passing, but unfortunately, due to the nature of the circuit, as we see, that is, I believe, Felipe Mafra filtering his way through these two cars we're watching right now, including that Team Bear Pope car there of Casey J. Seymour. Of course, as it says in the back, serious business indeed. 15 car there chasing down, of course, Andrew Brown, the 18 ahead of him. Watching more of these GTO cars, GTP even, sorry, cars filtering through here, but they just get caught in the corners there and they have to wait for space, Cam. There's nothing they can do. As this, look at this traffic here in turn number 7. Big traffic there with Wani Lopez, Jesus Basilis, Mike Young, Ryan Castelling there, and Sean Wiltshire as well. This is really bunched up here. We've got cars 3rd place through 7th here, right next to each other.
Now, and they're piling their way right now through these Audis. These Audis are actually fairly quick in a straight line, and actually Jesus Basilis is going to look to the inside. He is going to back out of a Mike Young, though, having a mirror full of that red and white CTC racing car. And for Ryan Castelline and Sean Wiltshire, they have to wait behind Andrew Brown. Are they going to take the apex away? Oh, Sean Wiltshire had to back well out of that, and that actually pushed Andrew Brown off of the track. And as Sean... well, you should know that car needs the apex. In the inner line, the Audi really can't not use that inner apex. So actually off of the throttle, even that final corner here at Road Atlanta. But overall, these cars are pulling away and just looking dangerous, Rachel. I mean, we could even have perhaps some sort of instance when the car might actually get so aerodynamically turned that it might actually go into the air. As we're looking at 3 wide around. GTO cars actually made contact, and Jesus Basilis and Wani Lopez have made contact, Rachel.
They have. Oh, big incident there for Wani. We'll replay up for you. Trying to go 3 wide there around one of those GTO cars, and it looks as though I believe it's the 14 car of Basilis just turns down onto Wani Lopez, and they both go round. Oh, drama for your GTP field. They were, and big crash there in your GTP field. That is the 2 runners, 3rd and 4th, who are realistically, Cam, out of this motor race. Promote Sean Wiltshire up to 3rd place from 5th, and his fortunes have changed dramatically.
So what I've seen in this is that there were 2 GTO cars, Andrew Brown and Casey Seymour, and what ended up happening is they got around Casey Seymour without a problem, and Wani Lopez wanted to box Jesus Basilis behind Andrew Brown going into the corner and maybe pick up that position. And I think Jesus Basilis was just starting to come across to go onto the inside of Andrew Brown just as Wani Lopez was going in and trying to box him in, and they really just drove into each other. I mean, it looks like it was a big incident. Looks like, on a straight stretch of road, it shouldn't be too hard, but really they were going around 2 chicanes going into a corner, if you think about it.
Oh, there's anywhere, Cam, and dramatic incident there in the dying moments here. Of course, 3 minutes left on that race clock, and we've just seen everything completely change. Sean Wiltshire in that number 12 car, the CTC Racing Machine, promoted past his teammate, of course, Basilis, and of course the car there of Wani Lopez. Both of those 2 crashing on the run to turn number 6. This has been a very exciting race, and well, we can look at it later, Cam, but that was dramatic, and it's changed everything. 8 cars now remaining on the lead lap of your GTP field. Out of 18, we've lost 10 cars. This has been dramatic. Although, realistically, several of them have been lapped by your lead. They are still running, of course. We still, I believe, have in the region of 12 cars total running in that class, but it's vastly reduced.
And absolutely it has been reduced, unfortunately, as Casey Seymour and Andrew Brown, who were just not necessarily involved in that previous incident, but they were at least in the air as Ryan Castelline is chasing down Jesus Basilis. Jesus Basilis has to work his way around, and once again, these guys are getting absolutely swarmed by GTP cars. I have to feel bad for these GTO cars. They're just trying to have their own race here they're racing very hard, and Jesus Bacillus, he has to wait, patient through the S's.
Look at that patience, Cam. That is incredible.
It's what you have to do. Is Mike Young, he's able to get on by, but this is exactly what you want to see. This is how it should be done. As, of course, it's unfortunate for Jesus Bacillus, but you know what? It didn't cost Andrew Brown or Casey Seymour their races, and that's what's very important with multi-class racing here at Road Atlanta.
Certainly is, of course, and very respectful racing there, of course, from Jesus Bacillus, waiting in the S's. He didn't actually get involved in that race for a podium spot there in your GTO field. Incredibly honourable racing there, of course. Actually, that's 4th and 5th, not 3rd and 4th, but respectful racing, Cam, as we look at the 14 and the 10. That is, of course, the cars of Bacillus and the car of Mike Young there. They are battling hard now, of course. He had to wait up, and he's lost a spot now to Mike Young in the 10, but this battle's still not over, Cam. We've got a minute or so remaining. This could go on to another lap.
And in the GTO division, Casey Seymour and Andrew Brown are still racing extraordinarily hard. They went too wide into the chicane, and they went to the left and the right, and then they went to the apex of the final corner too wide. And I actually think Andrew Brown gave Seymour a little bit of a bump here, and this is going to be a battle to keep your eyes on as Benjamin Perez and his GTO
will be receiving the white flag this lap by. So white flag will be out this time by. We have 20 seconds to play clock, so this will be our white flag lap here for your leader, Tapani Lignoleto, a finish.
And just a clarification, we were wondering if perhaps the car of Renz Broekman had missed a gear at the very beginning of the race. The car had shut off, actually, under acceleration. And so he had to get that Audi fired up, and he ended up recovering and finishing in the first position. So for the GTO battle and the GTP battles, to say that there's some learning to do is certainly on the agenda. These guys are still getting used to it. This is the third round here, of course, in the Kamel GT series, and these guys